Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about selling to DD's discounts. So if you have a great consumer product that you think should be in their stores, this little training will give you some things to think about in regards to selling to DD's discounts. So DD's Discounts is a retailer that is a discount retail store. It is a retailer that deals with a variety of different products like clothing and shoes, home products, toys, and so forth. They're actually part of the Ross family, which means that it's similar to that concept where they are selling products that have brand names that are discounted, stuff that people would buy that are very reasonably priced. They have over 323 stores that they're responsible for currently. And the reason I decided to create this training is because most people have never heard of a DD's discounts. And it's important that you think beyond the four retailers that you want to sell to. Let me explain. When people want to sell to a retail chain, they typically always want to focus on, say, Walmart or Target or whatever, if it's a discount retailer. If it's consumer electronics, they want to sell to Best Buy. If it's a clothing retailer, it's Nordstrom, Macy's, whatever it is. And that's how people think. They go to the top retailers and then they focus on those. And then if they don't sell to anywhere else, they get very sad because they feel like the retailer is rejecting them and they're not getting anywhere. It's usually just needing someone to say yes to your product before the others decide to work with you. With that said, when you are focused on retailers that are your favorite, that means that your competitors are feeling the exact same way, which means that these retailers are getting inundated with your competition, and so they might not be interested in your product just because they've seen so many different types of products. That's why products stores like DD's Discounts could be very interesting to you because a lot of your competitors might not be thinking about reaching out to them. And I'm always looking for strategies for people to help them figure out what the angle is for their product because one chain store order can mean millions of dollars to your business and bottom line, especially a 323 store location retailer that has a lot of tremendous buying power and very large store formats. So that's a very big deal. So the first thing I'll say again is that if you're trying to go after these retailers, try to go beyond just the top few retailers that you love. Everybody's reaching out to them. Go to these types of retailers that you typically never would consider because that's where you probably get more interest and they're always looking for new interesting products to buy. And you are obviously on a hunt to make more money with your business. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this training. And so we just want to give you some things to think about. The other thing about DD's is that if you're trying to sell to them and you're having some trouble, what you could do is conceivably go to Ross stores and try to become a vendor for them. The reason I mention this is typically when a corporation owns multiple brands, they are always keeping the systems in place equally, which means that Ross stores and DD's Discounts usually and typically will share the same software vendor systems, which means that if you become a vendor for one of those locations, it could transfer very nicely over to the other location. So what happens with a retailer is if they like your product, they give you a purchase order, they set it up with you, and you handle it from there. When they have you fill out forms, they also give you something called a vendor number, which is a number that is kind of establishes you in their system. You've done a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of work for a buyer to include you. And so a lot of times buyers don't really want to fill out that paperwork unless they really believe in your product. And so if you are having trouble selling to DD's Discount, what you could do is go to Ross, see if they will let you be a vendor. If they will let you be a vendor, then you get to fill out all the forms, submit yourself into the system, get a vendor number. You can go back to DD's Discount and say, hey, these discount, I already have a vendor number at Ross stores. And they'll like that because that means that you could conceivably sell them very easily and quickly without the buyer having to fill out a lot of paperwork. It usually works that way in a lot of these big retailer conglomerates where they own multiple types of brands. So the reason you want to do that is to get the buyer to say yes to you because maybe she's saying no to you because she doesn't quite believe that your product will convert, or she's busy, or she doesn't have the time for the new paperwork, or whatever it is. and you could conceivably make a lot of money from the retailer just by using this simple tip and strategy. The thing about it, though, is that you do need to get into their system as a vendor and then go back and see if that will make a difference. It's, again, a strategy, and we're always trying to make lots of money, and so this is a way to go. To be a vendor at Ross could mean the difference between you making millions or not at DD's Discounts, because it's a way for the buyer not to have to do much, but to be able to work with someone like you, which is a very big deal. And a lot of people don't know these little nuggets of gold, and I'm hoping that provided value for you. With that said, if you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell retailers like Ross Stores and or DD's Discounts, please take a look at the links below. We have a training and coaching system that teaches you the words to use to get in the stores. You can review this training in a weekend. It's very powerful. And afterwards, you can go after stores and actually see a lot of things that you might be doing wrong that could change your life and make you a lot of money. We've seen tremendous success in our systems. We've taught well over 100,000 people across the globe on how to approach, pitch, and sell to retailers. We also have live events, done for you services. We help people get into stores. We are a retail consultancy and are ready to help you the minute you're ready to take this on as a project, because again, one change to order can change your life. So this is Karen Waksman, Retail MBA. Please like, comment, subscribe, keep in touch. We have tons of new content coming out, and we would just love to support you. Thanks so much.